Hey, it's Bill, and you're tuned into the Pennsylvania Rock Show, featuring the best unsigned rock, metal, and reggae tonight. The Pennsylvania has to offer right here on PARockshow.com, OmegaRockRadio.net, and KFG 107.1 FM St. Louis, Missouri, AltRockRadio.ca in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, RoodarooRadio.com on the beaches of San Diego, California, xrpradio.co.uk, which originally was in Birmingham in United Kingdom, but I believe this week they have made their move to the Highlands of Scotland. So I have to get more information on that. BuildAScene.com here in the thriving metropolis of Leechburg, Pennsylvania. I think I got them all. This is episode number 617 of the Pennsylvania Rock Show. With me tonight are the gentlemen from Higher Vibration. What's up, guys?
How you doing? How's it going?
Someday I'm going to rattle those off and not say I think I got them all.
You got it. You got it.
I don't know when that day will be, but someday. For those of you familiar with Build the Scene, you will notice that our Instagram and Facebook address down at the bottom under Higher Vibration has changed. It's Build the Scene Radio. Twitter is still Build the Scene, and then as always, BuildTheScene.com. So normally at the beginning of the show, the first question I ask is where the band name came from. And we're going to get there, but you guys were formerly Human Delusion, correct?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that is a huge jump from the metal to the reggae. How did that come about?
We just naturally over the years grew closer together as friends and musicians, just because we all really liked reggae music and were really into it, and it just kind of naturally came together because that was just the kind of music we wanted to make.
We were also kind of into reggae at the same time, on the side. And
Emlyn, I can hear you.
And it
sorry,
it slowly just kind of became more fun.
It made its way into our writing more and more.
Yeah, it kept finding its way into our writing. And eventually we're just we're basically not even writing death metal anymore. It's completely different. So then we eventually were just okay, well then let's just full send it and jump entirely. And we really haven't looked back since. Not at all.
Back to the band name. They both start with H. Is it you just random picked up the dictionary and went, oh, H?
That was a coincidence. Totally. We had a whole list of different names we wanted to choose from, and that's just kind of the one we both, not to make a pun, but the one we vibed with the most out of all of them. Yeah. So yeah, and it kind of just went along with more of a kind of the almost the message, or the deeper the message of the band on a deeper level, just trying to think of a way to explain it.
It fit more of the criteria of what we were trying to do.
It just felt more right.
Yeah, it kind of felt more kind of the right vibe, pun intended.
Yeah, you can't say it without it.
Yeah, it's hard to describe it.
All right, so I told you I was going to start you guys off with some normal questions. Those were them.
Okay.
Get the fun, weird ones.
Well, yeah, this one's relatively new to the show. Now that you know the show's been going on for 18 years. What is the best pizza that you've had because you're a musician? So either on your way to a show, at a show, or after a show. Best pizza you've had.
What was the place across the street from Howler's?
In Pittsburgh?
Yeah. I don't remember what it was called. I wish I did.
Oh man.
If anyone who's listening knows where Howler's in Pittsburgh is, it's
not there anymore.
Oh, it's not.
It is not. It's Bloomfield, but yeah, it's not there anymore.
Yeah, directly across the street from there was a pizza place.
We were too young to play at our own show, so me and Derek just walked around Pittsburgh for 4 hours. And
we were headlining our own show and they kicked us out. We're like, that's us. That's us.
Our name's on your
right
marquee.
on the
What
flyer.
do you mean?
You have our name written on a big sign outside. And they were like, sorry. We managed to convince them because our bassist at the time was the oldest one in the band. They let him stay in, but we had to stay outside until we went on.
And we had to get out
We were
immediately.
the last band of the night, so we just walked around Pittsburgh for a couple hours, got some pizza. You know, it was a good time.
I was only at Howler's one time, and I got there before the bands. So I was waiting outside, and this guy walked up to me and told me that someone got stabbed where I was standing. So it's probably good that you were walking around.
Yeah. Friendly neighborhood, huh?
Yeah.
Really nice place.
That the Citizens Pie that's up in Cleveland's really good. It's across the street from the Beachland Ballroom.
Oh yeah, we were just there. Yeah, we were going to a show over there recently and couldn't help ourselves. You know, it's local pizza. You have to hit it.
I didn't get any.
Yeah, this poor dude over here didn't get any.
No, I was busy doing other fun stuff. It's
Yeah.
okay. Hanging out with the other band and stuff.
We actually work at a pizza place as well.
This is
Well,
true.
Yeah.
Go ahead and throw it out there.
Yeah, we're both delivery drivers.
But we can't stand the pizza anymore because we work.
We're
At least-
desensitized to it.
I've worked there 4 years. I don't want any pizza from there anymore ever. I'm not going to say the name now though because I don't want to give them bad publicity.
Not after that comment. No. I get it though. I worked at Cedar Point for a summer. You guys ever been to Cedar Point?
Oh, so many times. Yeah.
All right. So Hot Potato, the French fry stand right under the Raptor.
Yeah.
I worked there, and I swear I didn't eat French fries for 4 years after that summer.
Oh, no.
Oh man.
Nothing else hits the same, huh?
No. But
That sounds like a nightmare.
off the air, if you want to hear some stories, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Word.
Bookmark that right there.
So this question, normally I ask in the second segment, but we're gonna switch everything up. This is the official Build a Scene question. I ask it on all of my shows. Who is your Dave Grohl? In other words, what band do you want to go up on stage with and perform one of their originals? Like when the Foo Fighters pull people out of the crowd.
Ooh. Oh, I like this question.
This guy over here is the singer, so I'll let him answer that one because I'd
I mean, you all can answer them.
Yeah.
Jake sings too. Off the top of my head, man, a song called "Future" by a band called Ayaterra. They're like a reggae band from California. That's like one of my favorite songs by them. It's not even actually a reggae song, but we actually went and saw them a few months ago at the Beachland Ballroom, like we were saying, and like during one of their songs, their singer like handed me the not hand me like they did the thing where they like put it in your face and let you sing, and it's like that made my whole night right there. So I'm a quarter of the way there, I think.
They would regret doing that with me.
And you guys got any?
Oh man,
I
I
mean,
usually don't.
In a world where
I've
it
never
doesn't matter
thought
if you
of
can
that.
sing or not.
Because I don't ever like consider myself like a singer, or
They let
I
you
usually
come up
don't
and play
memorize
drums
lyrics.
Yeah.
Easily.
Any of it. Play
with them.
drums.
And play drums for them.
Oh gosh, I don't know. Come back to me. How about
I
you?
would honestly, I really like the band Blues Travelers, so I would do Hook with the Blues Travelers. That's probably one of my favorite
Nice.
songs by them.
Do the harmonies with them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Before I forget, because I should have done this earlier, why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
That's a good idea.
I'm Kyle. I sing and I play guitar.
I'm Derek. I'm the drummer.
I'm Jake. I do backing and bass.
All right, now we're back to you.
On this one.
Man,
Cue up the
probably
Jeopardy
getting
noise.
the chance to play like a song with like Tropodelic would be really that'd get my blood moving. That's for sure. They're like a hip hop / reggae / rock fusion band from Cleveland. And they're really sick. You should check them out after this.
Mentioning all those different genres in one band, that reminds me that I didn't mention what songs were played before we came on live. And the first band is a band called Royce. Are you guys familiar with them?
Sounds familiar.
They
No.
play like soul and rock and hip hop and almost jazz at times, and it's all in one song. Like it's amazing.
Ooh, man.
The track that we played tonight was called "I'm Not Okay."
I'm gonna make a note on my phone to look.
I'm gonna write that down. Check out later. What was it
And
called?
then "I'm Not Okay" by Royce, Royce. And right after that, we heard "They're Gonna Love You More, More, More" by The Crowning, who are from Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. And then a little bit of acoustic, almost 90s grunge kind of feel from Doug Carnahan and his song "Can't Believe." And we came on to talk to you guys after that.
Oh, nice.
I appreciate the mixed genres.
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely mixed on here. So like later we're gonna play one of your songs. We're gonna match it up with Fubar. Which, are you guys familiar with Fubar?
Oh yeah,
we know those guys.
Those are similar.
Yeah,
for sure.
And then we're gonna head out to we're gonna play some Finnish metal after that.
Appreciate that.
Although
name
it's kind of
them.
This track from them is actually kind of more rock, but they play rock and metal. They are called Kilburn, and
I've never heard of them.
the song is "Bleeding," it's a really cool, has like a western feel to it, and they have a video that goes along with it. It's pretty cool.
Oh, interesting.
I came in, I found out about them on this show that Jonah from First Angel Media and I do on XRP Radio. We do it once a month. It's called Friendly Fire, where we take our songs. When I say our songs from our area, and we put them up against songs that XRP plays on their radio, and the chat box votes. And Kilburn they always come up, and they usually beat us. So they were in the chat room this past show, and I was like, "You guys need to send me some music." So we're gonna play Kilburn "Bleeding" later.
Cool.
And also Jim O'Brien and his song "Imagination." That's I want to say it's acoustic. I listened to it on Monday, but keep in mind that I also teach kindergarten through 8th grade. So by Wednesday,
got a lot going on there.
Yeah. But so I'll mention them again later, but it came up, so we went with it.
Word.
All right, so I asked this question on the Build the Scenes Facebook page earlier tonight. I'm going to ask it of you guys as well. So you're walking down the street, and there's a DeLorean sitting there with its door open and a flux capacitor. Where are you going in time, and what band are you going to hang out with while you're there?
I can answer this.
Do it.
Go for it.
All right. So I'm not much into the whole partying scene of the 90s, but I would go hang out with Alice in Chains.
I interviewed Dave Hillis, who did work on their albums.
Okay.
He actually is a producer and engineer at the Vault Records in Vault Recording in Neville Island. I couldn't remember the name of the city. Pittsburgh. Anybody else want to have a thought on that one?
Oh gosh.
If I could, I would totally, like, anytime. Like, does it have to be like live shows, or can it be like hang out with the band in any situation?
Any situation.
I would love to hang out with like Pink Floyd while they're making Dark Side of the Moon, because that's one of my favorite albums of all time, and just like be there while it's being made and see what's going on, like with all the synthesizers and stuff, especially. Like I think I'd pick that if I had this option for sure.
I would have to say, for me, maybe a band called Avatar. I think that would be really, really fun and interesting.
Like
I've never heard of them.
Studio,
Huh?
live or studio? Or just hanging out.
I kind of want to see them in the studio. I want to see like their studio process, and or whether it be writing or recording.
Yeah,
I'm sure I
That'd be
could learn a
really
lot.
So sometimes, since I started doing the videos, I ask about what's in the background. This is the first time I think that I've seen. Is that a terrarium back there?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a what's it called? It's a 40-gallon fish tank.
Are there fish in it, or is it?
Oh yeah, I got like
Okay.
about 30 fish inside it.
I can't see
and
any
tons
of that.
snails.
Just a bright light.
Oh,
It's more like 20 fish, and then I got like about 1,000 snails. That just kind of population kind of got crazy. And then I have 3 frogs, aquatic frogs as well.
Nice.
Yeah,
In
lots
my
of fun.
in my classroom, I have a 55-gallon tank aquarium.
Oh, nice. What do you got in it?
And about 80 rainbow trout.
Really?
They're only about this big right now.
Oh my gosh,
It's
that
called
is awesome.
It's called Trout in the Classroom. They send them to us as eggs, and we teach the kids about them. And then we release them.
how big do they get?
Well, they didn't send them until February this year, so they're not real big. But 2 years ago, because I declined them last year with the pandemic, but 2 years ago they got to be about the size of my pinky before I released them.
Oh wow.
But you think like they used to send them in October, released them in April, so they were only 6 months old when we released them.
You just releasing them like
This year they're going to be. I got them in February. They're only going to be 3 months old.
They'd be tiny.
Yeah.
good luck fish.
Oh yeah,
That's really cool though. I wish that my school, the school I went to, did something like that. Damn.
There's a luncheon tomorrow at our school, and it used to be that my room was used for everything, but they're going to the 6th grade. We're doing 6th grade homeroom tomorrow. And I was like, yeah, that's because my room smells like SeaWorld again.
Yeah, I bet.
Something fishy's happening.
It's cool though, especially like I teach kindergarten through 8th grade, computers, science, Spanish, and health. Not every grade, every subject, but when the little kids come up for Spanish or computers, they like huddle around that aquarium. They think it's the greatest thing.
I would do the same thing right now. I do it right now. Like I walk into like a dentist place or something like that, and they have a fish tank. Screw with the front desk, dude. I'm walking over there to the fish. You can talk to me after I'm done looking.
See, this is a good segue, and I didn't even think about it. So Metallica has played in Antarctica. Kiss has played in the ocean, literally in the ocean to the sharks. No, in the ocean.
Like underwater.
Oh, like some Death Clock stuff.
That is some Death Clock type stuff.
To the sharks. What is a non-traditional venue that you would like to play at?
Oh, the Red Rocks.
That's traditional.
That's
You said non-traditional.
Oh, you mean like that would be like unconventional?
Can I play a show on the moon? That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
The only thing, and here's the science.
Play a show in 0G.
Here's the science teacher coming out of me. Sound is created by the movement of particles in the air.
Mm-hmm. We need an artificial environment.
You can put us inside like a airtight sealed igloo.
You need to put air in it.
With air inside for travel to sound sound to travel through.
We'll hire people to figure that part out for us.
Yeah, that's the roadie problem.
Now I pictured you guys setting up and playing reggae inside a bounce house.
Oh man,
that would work, and you could like keep time so easily. It's like
we'd be pulsating, moving to the pulse. Yeah,
that's my answer though. Totally on the moon. I'll hire someone to figure out the science and stuff behind it. Anyone else?
I do Count Dracula's Castle. That'd be fun.
Just for the
aesthetic.
Yeah.
I'd play some vampire reggae.
Like impaled at the end of it for the authentic Dracula
Vlad.
experience.
Well,
For
they're
Vlad the
gonna have
Impaler.
music if
Yeah.
they're gonna
There you
have the
go.
music if they kill us. We'll play the music for them killing
Well,
them.
we play the music, then they kill us.
Oh.
It's part of the experience.
So we become immortal. They're vampires.
And then you become a vampire and you can play again.
The reggae vampire.
Reggae vampires.
That has to be a song. It has to be a
It
song.
most definitely already is.
There are a lot of reggae vampire
There
songs
is-
out there.
What's the one album called? It's the one thing, Dance of the Vampires.
Oh,
or
yeah,
something?
yeah,
The
um,
there is some
Roots
wacky
Roots Radix.
Yeah.
rootsy album
Radix.
covers made in Jamaica in the 70s.
Oh my gosh.
You would never believe some of the titles you can come across.
That stuff was definitely trapped on the islands until the later years.
Yeah, just look up a guy named Lee Scratch Perry. It's amazing. It's kind of like a Frank Zappa wormhole or rabbit hole.
Let's talk about your song now, and we'll come back. I have a couple more questions for you. So the song that we're going to feature tonight from Higher Vibration is "Going Home." This is like your MTV moment when MTV used to actually play music. Tell us about your song. Do a little storytellers. You can tell me what it's about, or when something that happened while you're recording it, or what the writing process was. Whatever you want to share.
So this song like almost didn't happen. Like this is I think the one song on the album that like really came close to not even being a thing, because I had the instrumental for it written for like a good 6 months, I think. And I would try like almost every week to write some lyrics to it, and every single time I would just not be able to get anything out. And what eventually happened was like it came to a point where it's just like, I really don't care what I'm going to write about. I'm just going to write and see what happens, and not think about trying to come up with a subject matter beforehand or anything. So the song itself ended up being about like self-acceptance and just doing what you want to do, regardless of what others think. And I think the song kind of like taught me that in the writing process, because it was like the only way for it to be written was for me to be like, I don't care what this song's about or what anyone's going to think of the lyrics I write. I'm just going to write it and see what happens. And that's how that one came to be.
Okay. So we're going to take a moment. We're going to hear Higher Vibration, "Going Home." But right before that, we're going to play Fubar's song "In Control" off of
nice.
their album "State of Mind." And we will be
album, by the
right
way.
back. What's that?
That's a great album, by the way.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
They have some really cool album covers too.
Oh yeah.
All right. So we're going to listen to those two tracks, and we'll be right back with Higher Vibration. So we had some people watching, but currently there aren't. But just in case people come back to watch at this point, you're not going to get to hear the song because Facebook would mute us, hit us with copyright violation, and we don't want to deal with that.
We love that stuff.
YouTube as well. So we don't play the music here, but to hear the music, you can check out their link tree, which I'm going to throw back up on the screen here in just a second. There it is. You can also go to buildascene.com starting this Friday. The show will be available there at 6 a.m. And then it will broadcast on all those radio stations I mentioned at the beginning, but starting at 8 p.m. on Friday at buildascene.com/radio and throughout the week. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come back in as if we just listened to those two songs and continue on. Cool?
All right.
Okay. I do need to minimize. So I have this weird thing going on where I have a TV screen up here, which is what you guys are on, and then my laptop is down here. And I'm doing dual screens. But when I try and change my cursor between screens, I move it up and down instead of left and right, because you're supposed to move it left to right, but my screens are up and down. So I can never get to the right screen. All right, anyway. Yeah, here we go. Okay, that was a little "In Control" by Fubar. And right after that, right before me speaking, you got to hear Higher Vibration's song, "Going Home." They are hanging out with me tonight. If you just tuned in, right below me, you see the link tree. You can check out what they have going on, and we'll talk about that in a little bit as well. But you missed where they're going to go if they find a DeLorean, who their Dave Grohl is, best pizza they've eaten. So you need to go back and listen to the first half of the show if you're just joining us now. This is episode 617 of the Pennsylvania Rock Show. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves again real quick?
I am Kyle, and I play guitar and I sing.
I'm Derek. I'm the drummer. Hello.
I'm Jake. I'm the bass player and backing vocalist.
There, that's for those latecomers. Let's see. This could be an interesting question, and you guys can go back to human delusion if you want once I ask it. If you want. Let's say that there's an apocalyptic event and it wipes out most of the human population, and one song from every band in the history of the world survives, but only one. Which song that you guys have written together should survive and help repopulate the earth?
Can it be a song we haven't released yet, or does it have to
Yeah,
be one?
it can be that.
I would say Rivers, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have a song that's gonna come out in I want to say maybe
Probably winter.
4 to 6 months, somewhere between there, called From Rivers to Oceans, and it's that one's all about humanity changing and the course we're on, and just going with the flow of change and accepting it for what it is and working with
Not
it
living in
rather
the
than trying to
past.
resist it. I feel like that would be a cool song to have survive if it was about, or if it was to help repopulate the earth or whatever. Help rebuild humanity.
Yeah, I think that'd do a little something for him.
Mhm.
Has a good message in it.
Soon to be shown, soon to be revealed.
Yeah. You'll see for yourself soon enough.
So Ange, I'm going to mess up his last name. Giovadon. I'm not going to say. Ange from 7 Mile Run is hanging out in the chat room.
Oh, nice.
What's up? Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
He and his band were on 3 Questions a Song, which is one of my other podcasts. It was released on the 1st, and I'm going to give him away. He thought he was coming to hear the answer to the question he asked of the band that will be on the 15th.
Sorry.
So, Ange, this is Higher Vibration. They play reggae. He's laughing. I don't know if do you guys have the comments button on the right hand side of your screen?
I'm full screen right now. Let me see if no.
All right. Sometimes it's there. It's not always there. So if you had it, you would be able to chat with him. But here, I'll do this.
Oh, wow. You can translate for us.
I can also put
there's
what they're
that.
saying up on the screen.
Oh, that's
that
cool.
works out.
So this question was my original question I posted on Facebook today, and then I was like, and I changed it to the question about the DeLorean. But I'm gonna try it with you guys, and it kind of puts you on the spot, which is why I took it down.
One of the cool questions then.
Yeah.
Job questions.
If you were going to manage a band and you got to pick any one person in the music scene to be the center of the band to start to build around, who would be that person from the local scene that you would want to build the band around that that you're going to be able to make money from?
So it has to get successful.
In this local scene?
Yep.
Ooh.
I'd go with Eric Brewer.
Yeah. Have you heard of a guy named Eric Brewer?
I have not. What band's he in?
He's got a
It's a plethora
It's
of
like a-
bands, man.
he's in a lot. He's in a lot of things, but he's got his main band. It's called Eric Brewer and Friends.
He's also in a band called Funkademic
That one as well.
Yeah.
and a Pink Floyd tribute band called Darksiders.
Darksiders.
He's in a lot of different stuff, but he
also does lessons.
he's crazy good at guitar.
Yeah.
I'd say he's probably the definite go-to. That guy can do anything. Like
I like
any.
how it was unanimous.
That was definitely consensus.
Eric, join our band if you're listening.
Yeah. Eric, if you see this,
We
we
got
love
fruit
you.
punch and cookies.
Who? I'm going to put some caveats on this one. You can't say anybody in your band. You can't say your significant other, and you can't say your parents. Okay.
Damn.
Other than those people, who would you say has supported you guys as musicians the most?
Can you say that again?
Other than those people that I said you can't mention, who has supported you as musicians the most?
Who has supported us?
Yeah. So, like, who are your super fans?
I gotta give a shout out to my friend from California that we have a song with as well. His name's Eli. On Spotify, he goes by RGE. We have a song with him called "Figure It All Out," and he is always just in our comments or in our DMs, just cheering us on and constantly saying and like posting about us on his story and stuff. So
love you.
I gotta give him a shout out for that one. He's always a great
He's a
supporter.
good fan.
Check out his band, RGE Music.
Mhm.
Really, really good stuff.
If this is similar to the question I asked earlier, but I named some of my questions. This one's called the Diesel Beast question, because it's the first band I asked it, and they probably gave the best answer ever. But if you could play anywhere in the world with any band, where would you play, and what band would you open for?
Can we take 5?
Time out.
Question that matters.
You can't just drop a question like that as that's unexpected.
Well, here, while you're thinking, Diesel Beast's answer was that they wanted to play at Stonehenge with Dio.
Whew, that would have been magical.
So now you know why it got named the Diesel Beast question.
Let's play the Coliseum.
With who?
Maybe
Sublime.
Pink Floyd. No, we wouldn't fit that too well.
It don't matter.
It'd be cool to play with the Sublime.
That'd be interesting.
This is such a hard question.
This
I
is
don't
like
know why.
Can it be like this is just one band? Can we get like a lineup, like 3
Yeah,
bands?
go ahead. Give me a lineup.
Okay. Thank you so much. That makes it a little easier. Man, that's so hard.
Yeah, you probably should have given a lineup.
I think it's a collective band goal to play. This isn't like it's a traditional type venue, I guess, but I know it's a collective goal of ours to play at Red Rocks in Colorado.
Yeah.
Who we would play with, man. I'm gonna say headlining. I definitely want to open for Ayaterra because they're just my favorite reggae
definitely
band.
going to be in that list.
And then maybe Stick Figure under them.
yeah,
We get Mike Love in there too.
That and the Movement.
yeah. Okay,
This is a 5-band lineup. But yeah.
any of those.
Ange likes your answer.
Appreciate that.
Bless.
Let's go with one more of these types of questions, and then we'll get some information for the listeners. I want to know about something embarrassing that's happened on stage, but you can't tell me something that you did that was embarrassing. You have to pick somebody else in the band and something that they did that embarrassed you.
Oh man.
Well, when the band first started, there was this curse that
I knew you were gonna say this. I just knew it. Go ahead. It's a good one.
For some reason, his kick drum would fall apart mid-song consistently in the same song every show we played for like the first year. And every single time it would just be like, oh God, here we go again.
We had to have my brother on the side of the stage prepared to run at a moment's notice to help put my double pedals back together because they would just separate and like the chain would fall off and be like, oh my God, no, this song it needs heavy double bass.
Yes.
And I got one broken pedal.
So it was back when we were a death metal band. And,
Yeah.
Well, it was more like thrash and death metal. So it was like super fast.
2016, something like that.
Constant on the kick drum, you know?
Yeah. It was very demanding on the pedals, and they just kept giving out. I eventually replaced them with better gear. Yeah. What else has happened? That's pretty funny here.
When we did those like pieces of chocolate when we got on stage.
I don't know if we can tell that story here. It's PG-13.
Okay, don't tell that story here then.
I know one for myself, but I didn't want to give one for myself.
Which I might remember. What is it?
When I almost killed Tyler with the guitar.
Swung your guitar around, and
that's not embarrassing, I guess.
It would have been kind of embarrassing if you killed our other guitarist on stage with your guitar, swinging it around. Like it went like an inch away from hitting him in the head. It was pretty close.
There's been a lot of incidents like that. We almost got clipped.
I feel like any musician can tell you the stage can be a dangerous place.
There's things flying around.
Yeah.
All right, so I have two easy questions to end things for you. The first one is, what's coming up next for Higher Vibration?
Well, we have a
There's a
single
lot.
dropping on May 13th, which is next Friday, called New Sound. That one's really about kind of our transition from being a metal band to being a reggae rock band, and how the music style of reggae really influenced us and made us kind of change our direction and stuff. So it's kind of just an ode to reggae music, but it still has, you know, the
Still got
rock
those
and metal
metal
edge
roots
that
in
our
it,
last
just
song
a tiny
had too. We've got some shows coming up if you're in the Erie / Ohio / like Pittsburgh area. May 28th at Basement Transmissions. And I'll just say like, if you go on our Instagram and everything, you'll find all the show dates and stuff, because I'm not going to list all of them and stuff. But yeah, lots of shows and lots of new music for sure. We've got we're planning to release a new single every month to every other month for the next half a year at least. So a lot of new stuff.
New
coming.
album coming this winter.
Mhm.
And
Basement Transmissions is in Erie, correct?
Yeah.
145 West 11th Street. We actually have our rehearsal space right underneath the main stage of Basement Transmissions. So we're in the basement of Basement Transmissions. Well, that's where we reside for the past 5 or so years, maybe longer than that.
We go to Erie every year for my daughter's birthday. They're twins.
Oh, nice.
One time it's gonna end up being on a weekend, and I'm gonna sneak out and go to a show while everybody's sleeping. Don't tell on me.
Oh, heck yeah.
I'll welcome you with
We
open
keep a
arms and say
secret.
your secret is safe with me.
I lied. I have one more question for you.
Oh, we love questions.
Fire away.
Well, one more on top of the last question. But if you had time on national television to tell the audience one thing about your band that's going to get them to come to one of your shows, what would you tell them?
Oh, man. So we got to pick a gimmick here and now then, huh?
Yep.
We national television, man.
This is a really good question.
Stop watching the news. Come watch us play. We bring the good vibes.
We promise that we will provide the best possible vibe that you can find anywhere on this planet.
Not exactly right now.
That's
Steve
about all I can
Point,
sell
but
you
yeah,
with.
I back it up.
I have vibes to sell, and that's about it.
We're a vibe salesman.
Traveling
If you
songs,
have
vibes,
coin, we
so-
have wares.
We're too goofy to be on national television.
Yeah,
Please don't put
let
us in that
on
position.
TV, please. It'll be a disaster to whoever's anchoring.
All right. So this is really the last question. Where can they find you online? And I'm guessing that link that I have in the video below me is probably a good place to start, but I'll let you list a few things.
Yeah, you can find us, on the typical Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, all those music streaming everythings right now. We're on Instagram, Higher Vibration Sound is our Instagram handle. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and all of that stuff you can find at the link.
We have
that
a
is
TikTok
right below there as well. Yeah, if you like goofy TikTok videos, we have that too.
That's like the one social media that I can't do it. I'll watch them.
It's a once in a while. We only post on it when we're like in the middle of practice. We're like, we're doing goofy stuff. Why not record it? That's where we post any of our funny stuff, funny moments with Higher Vibration, I guess.
If you've never gone to TikTok, you're lucky because you just get sucked into that for hours. You look up and it's been 3 hours. You've just been scrolling through it. It's a good time eater.
All right. So I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me.
Thanks for having us, man. Appreciate it.
Just a reminder, I mentioned a little bit earlier, the last two bands that we're going to listen to tonight. They are Kilburn from, I believe they're Finland. I'm almost positive it's Finland. If not, it's Scandinavian for sure, but 99% sure it's Finland.
Best melodic death metal comes from that area.
Yeah. I love that Scandinavian metal.
So I mentioned them earlier. I don't know if I mentioned the name of the song. The song name is Bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to follow that up with Jim O'Brien, Imagination is the name of that track. And then you'll hear John the American Hilljack Lane from the Hellfire Club telling you how to subscribe, leave comments, and all those fun things that help support this show and the bands that are on it. When that happens, you'll know the show is ending. But if you're listening on one of the many stations that broadcast the show, that doesn't mean it's time for you to go elsewhere. Hang out, listen to the music that they are playing. Most of them play entirely unsigned and independent music, with the exception of Mega Rock Radio, who plays a mix of signed and unsigned. They are the station I've been on the longest. Very cool. Mega Rock Radio 100.71 FM in St. Louis. So streaming and FM. But the rest of them are all unsigned. And you never know, you might find your next favorite band to track down and go find a show to support them. While you're there, buy some merch, talk to them, stay for all the bands.
Yeah, don't leave early. Don't be that guy.
But all right, so you guys hang out for a moment. Those of you that are tuned in and listening, also stick around, listen to music. We will see you next week for episode 618. You can also find us on the 1st and 15th for 3 Questions and a Song, which is what Ange was trying to tune into. And then once a month, you can find us on Friendly Fire on xrpradio.co.uk. I believe this month it is Saturday the 28th, if I remember correctly. And each team is bringing a special guest with them. Currently, the plan is for John, the American Hilljack Lane, to join John and I. They won't know what hit them. With that said, we will catch you next week. Thanks, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks, man.